Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here in the Performance Center here in Orlando, Florida for NXT. Here tonight, the first time ever seeing NXT on this channel in Universe Mode Variety, and we have so much ahead of us here tonight. But as you can see, making his way towards the ring right now, one of the powerhouses of NXT, Rick Boogs. And our man going up against Rick Boogs here tonight, one of the most hated men in NXT here in the Performance Center. JD McDonough, the Irish ace. Jay McDonough, a former cruiserweight champion in his own right. JD McDonough ready to knock off Rick Boogs here tonight. And here we go, JD McDonough and Rick Boogs going to be kicking off our first matchup here on NXT here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Not to mention, here tonight we also have 3 other matches that you would like to see. We will be seeing the team of Indus, Sher, Veer, and Sanga go up against Josh Briggs and Jensen. In a tag team matchup later in the night. We will also be seeing a triple threat matchup, a triple threat women's matchup. Dakota, Shotzi, and Indi Hartwell will be competing in that matchup. And then our main event, big main event here tonight. Bron Breaker, the NXT champion, defends against the street champ Solo Sikoa, and that is set to be one hell of a matchup. But look at this now, JD McDonough already trying to take Rick Boogs off of his game. Look at this, the bridge out of the roll-up. JD could be walking away with a victory, but no. Rick Boogs with the kick out. JD McDonough continues the assault here, but McDonough might be doing a little more damage than he thought he could. And JD McDonough, he's certainly taking his time, taking his bit of offense, but Rick Boogs with that bit of power looking to take control, sends McDonough off of the ropes. Whoa, big catch. And look at this. Wow. Sends him away with the Scott Hall special. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, if you haven't checked out Monday Night Raw, to go check that out immediately. Monday Night Raw has certainly been very well positive reviewed on the channel, and we just cannot wait to have another bit of opportunity to show you guys a new bit of spotlight for all of the younger men, all of the, young upstarts in NXT. I mean, all of the shows have their own purposes, and NXT is to show who is the next bit of wrestling's future. As Rick Boogs sends McDonough away with exploder suplex, McDonough back up to his feet. But now Rick Boogs looking to take control. Whoa, McDonough with a quick evasion there. JD McDonough now spikes Rick Boogs onto his head with a poison rana. Rick Boogs is certainly not okay. He took a big hit there. And now JD McDonough firing away once again. McDonough lifts up Boogs, brainbuster. And JD McDonough looks to end this matchup here off the brainbuster. Hooks the leg. No. JD McDonough certainly not happy about that one, but Rick Boogs is not going to. Rick Boogs is not going to be taken down. I mean, we saw that the only reason he was out of action was he buckled under his own strength trying to lift up both the Usos. And look at that, the strength of Boogs. Didn't even have to leave off of his feet. Sends JD McDonough over his shoulder. And now as Rick Boogs continues this assault, Boogs is certainly giving JD McDonough a fight right now. Oh, big counter. Look at the head of Boogs. Oh, devil inside. And look at that, JD McDonough just staring down the camera. The ever arrogant bastard he is. But now JD McDonough, look at this now, lighting up Rick Boogs, lighting up that cut on the head of Boogs that you can see has already been opened. And I think Ireland's call. 1, 2, count to 5. JD McDonough picks up the win. JD McDonough, you saw that headbutt busted Rick Boogs right open. And JD McDonough took full advantage and started opening up the cut more with those elbows. And he was able to hit the Ireland's call for the win. JD McDonough, certainly one hell of a victory to kick off NXT. But ladies and gentlemen, we have special announcement from the NXT Tag Team Champions, Chase U.
Class, everyone take your seats because I'm jumping right into today's lesson. With a teachable moment, me and Duke and Thea and all of the rest of Chase U cannot help but thank the NXT Universe with the most sincere gratitude for helping us win the NXT Tag Team Championships. But this is just the beginning. Chase U bringing home these belts is a sign of optimism that permeates throughout NXT. Me and Duke wouldn't have had the drive to get back up and take down Gallus, and that's because Chase U has the fighting spirit and school spirit. Mr. Chase is all about participation in the classroom, and these championships are the first place medal that Chase U will defend, which is why in 2 weeks, me and Duke will be issuing the first ever Chase U Open Invitational. The first 2 men to accept our challenge when we enter that ring will challenge us for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Class dismissed.
Well, big announcement from the NXT Tag Team Champions themselves that I'll get to in a second, but as you can see, we are going to be kicking it off with some women's action. Up next, Shotzi makes her way to the ring. Another woman taking place in this matchup, the impressive one, Indi Hartwell, former NXT Women's Champion before she had to relinquish due to injury. Indi Hartwell looks to step back into NXT, her home, and walk away with another Women's Championship. And then Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai, one hell of a superstar, former SmackDown Women's Champion in the former series. But now Dakota Kai here on NXT looking to have her first NXT Women's Championship. And now, as you can see, the matchup begins, and Dakota Kai already firing away with those kicks that she's so well known for, taking down Indi Hartwell in the early goings of this matchup. And Shotzi, you can see also that all these women are certainly going after each other. It's going to be a little hard to keep up with the action, considering the triple threat situation. But as you heard earlier from Andre Chase and Duke Hudson of Chase U, the NXT Tag Team Champions, they will be issuing the Chase U Open Invitational, and like they said, the first 2 men to walk out there and accept their challenge will be able to challenge for the NXT Tag Team titles in 2 weeks' time. And look at this now, Dakota Kai looking to take control, pulls Shotzi in, and Shotzi, great counter there. Countered out of the Bulldog, sends her away and hits her right in the face with an enziguri. And Shotzi taking advantage of Indi Hartwell with a tornado DDT. Shotzi Blackheart quickly into the pinfall, but no. Indi with the kick out, Dakota Kai back into the ring, tried to go for an elbow, but Shotzi moved out of the way. And Shotzi again, but Indi Hartwell with a neck breaker. Like I was saying, it's like you take down one opponent, you forget that there's the other one. And look at this now, double team maneuvers here from Kai and Indi Hartwell. Look at that, and now Dakota Kai looking down at Shotzi. Shining Wizard, and an elbow onto Shotzi from Indi Hartwell. Dakota Kai starting to light up Indi with the kicks, and like I was saying, all of these women have championship wins in their own right, but Dakota Kai now off the second rope has Indi Hartwell in her sights for a missile drop kick. Shotzi Blackheart back into the ring. And an enziguri takes down Kai. But now Shotzi Blackheart, with a discus elbow, tried to take down Indi Hartwell there. And Shotzi breaks through. And Dakota Kai firing away. And a big kick. Big clothesline knocks down. Big clothesline knocks down Indi Hartwell. But Shotzi Blackheart taking control, rolls up Dakota Kai. Could have it here. But Indi Hartwell able to quickly break up the pinfall. And Shotzi, look at this now, telling her to get right into her face. But wait a minute now. Indi with Shotzi Blackheart on the fireman's carry position. Reverse DDT from Blackheart, quickly thinking on her feet. And now Dakota Kai trying to get that combination here. Look at this. That knee, the knee, the calf, everything. That kick just going right across her spine. Certainly cannot feel good. Indi Hartwell into the pinfall. Dakota Kai quickly gets out of the pinfall. And now as Dakota Kai looks to take Indi Hartwell off of her feet, Indi's taking full control of the matchup. And look at this now. Indi gets out of the ring. Notices Shotzi Blackheart as Shotzi drops her with a code breaker in the middle of the ring. Shotzi flies to the outside, takes out that kendo stick in the hands of Indi Hartwell, and Dakota Kai taking an opportunity to get a breather as Shotzi feeds Indi Hartwell to the wolves here. And Dakota Kai now just looking down at Indi Hartwell. Dakota Kai big kick to the face. But now Shotzi Blackheart in the middle of the ring. Oh, discus elbow takes down Kai, stuns her. Tornado DDT, that one certainly planted Dakota Kai. And now as Indi Hartwell goes to the outside, Shotzi has no idea who to go after. Wait a minute, Indi Hartwell runs to the other side of the ring. Oh, and Dakota Kai takes that kendo stick from Indi Hartwell, grabs it across the gut. And Dakota Kai, she's just simply defending herself. Indi Hartwell pulled out that kendo stick first. Oh, and that elbow. Indi Hartwell went falling down to the floor. And Dakota Kai, wait a minute now. She notices Shotzi in the middle of the ring. Whoa, Shotzi Blackheart with the balance. Flies to the outside from the top rope. Takes out Dakota Kai. And now in the middle of the ring, Shotzi Blackheart tossing Dakota Kai with the exploder. Shotzi going to the top rope looking to pick up the victory. Could be looking for that senton. Indi Hartwell. Oh, kendo stick was in hand. Shotzi could have had the matchup won there. But Dakota Kai, wait a minute now. Dakota Kai looking to take advantage of the matchup here. Detonation kick delivered from Dakota. And now Dakota Kai with a drop kick takes down Indi Hartwell. Dakota Kai with a little bit of energy she has left. 1, 2, no! Shotzi Blackheart kicks out of the detonation kick. That matchup was in the bag of Dakota Kai, but oh, look at this now. Indi Hartwell rolled out of the way of that kick. And Indi Hartwell, she's, Shotzi Blackheart, she's been taken out on the outside. Indi Hartwell, oh! She got a super kick right to the gut for her troubles. And now as Dakota Kai looks to put Indi Hartwell away, Dakota Kai, she's going to go around the bases and boom! Big kick to the side of the head. Oh! And finishes it off with a big boot into the corner. And oh, wait a minute now, Shotzi Blackheart. We know what this is. Never wake up! Drops in Dakota Kai right on her head, pulls her down. Shotzi Blackheart hooks the leg here, and Shotzi Blackheart with the victory in this triple threat encounter. Quick thinking from Shotzi Blackheart. Indi Hartwell rolled to the outside. Shotzi took full advantage, and she picks up the victory. And not to mention, ladies and gentlemen, we have a big announcement here from Tiffany Stratton, the NXT Women's Champion. So let's kick it over to our pre-recorded message that she recorded earlier today.
Yes, you're all welcome. You're all welcome to cheer, or boo, or scream, or throw your arms in the air because you want to be on NXT TV. Newsflash, Tiffany Stratton doesn't give two ifs, ands, or shits about NXT's opinion of her. You're looking at the buff Barbie. You're looking at the real queen. Your NXT Women's Champion. Yes, you're all, and a champion always needs a challenger. Despite no one being on my level in the NXT Women's division, I have handpicked 4 women who will compete in a fatal 4-way match next week on NXT. The woman who can somehow survive and win the match will face me for my NXT Women's Championship in 2 weeks' time. And spoilers, Tiffany Stratton is going to come out on top. Toodles.
Well, big implications for the NXT Women's Championship, as you heard from Tiffany Stratton, as she has handpicked 4 different opponents next week to compete, and the woman to win that matchup will challenge her for the NXT Women's Championship. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen making their way towards the ring with Fallon Henley at their side. And this is certainly going to be a hoss fight of a tag team matchup, as you can see Indus, Sher, Veer, and Sanga, accompanied by Jinder Mahal. And you can just see the absolute Indian powerhouses are just absolutely barbaric. And it looks like we're going to see Josh Briggs and Sanga are going to be starting out our matchup here. And as we saw earlier, Chase U will be holding that open invitational in 2 weeks' time. So, it could be anybody. I mean, like they said, it could, the first 2 men to walk out will, challenge for the NXT Tag Team titles. That was Andre Chase's words himself. And as you can see now, it looks like Sanga is trying to take control of Josh Briggs here. Oh, big forearm there to counteract. And like I was saying, you got to be thinking that with, the tag teams that are here on NXT. I mean, Briggs and, oh, look at this now. Oh! Briggs and Jensen in this Sher. Chase U. Oh! Chase U the way. I mean, these tag teams that we have are just among the several that are on the roster, and Josh Briggs is certainly giving Sanga. I thought this matchup might have been a little bit too, one-sided in the beginning, considering the tactics from Indus Sher in the beginning. But as you can see now, Josh Briggs is able to get the tag in the Brooks Jensen, and Brooks certainly a young prospect in his own right, but he just got dropped with a German suplex right on the top of his head. Son of Bull Buchanan. Look at this now. Oh! German suplex. Sanga sending Brooks all the way across the ring. Josh Briggs looked like he had this matchup somewhat in the control of the Country Boys, but now with Sanga looking to take control. What is this? Sanga has Brooks Jensen. Oh! Big fist drop from Indus Sher. Veer Mahan certainly didn't have to wait to arrive on NXT. He was coming on Monday Night Raw every week. He was indeed coming. But now, Veer Mahan looking to take the opportunity, has Brooks. Uh-oh. Look at this. Brooks Jensen with the elbows, able to maneuver out of it, and a big boot directly between the eyes of Veer Mahan. And look at this now. Brooks getting that power that he needs. Big headbutt takes down Veer Mahan. And as Briggs looks on the outside, Brooks is certainly getting a big bit of offense. But that time he just got sent right down and sent right into the air from Veer Mahan. And look at this now, Veer Mahan sending him on the outside, and Sanga taking control, just dropping him down from the apron and sending him right back into the ring. I mean, you gotta think the landscape of the NXT Tag Team Championships. Oh, look at that, just Veer Mahan just manhandling Brooks Jensen, not even letting him get out of the corner. And look at this now, as there's a tag in the Sanga here. Big axe handle across the spine, draped across the top. Oh, a big elbow right onto the chest cavity of Brooks. And look at this now, Brooks Jensen just not even getting any bit of opportunity to actually get over to his corner. Veer Mahan and Sanga are doing quite the job to make sure that Brooks is not going to get anywhere close to the edge. But now as Sanga's looking to take, the matchup in his favor, and Jinder Mahal is certainly loving what he's seeing on the outside. And now there's another tag. It's certainly apparent that Indus Sher want to keep Brooks Jensen isolated. Big diving clothesline there from Veer Mahan. And you can see that Brooks is taking a good bit of punishment right now. Brooks might not have a lot left. But now as Veer Mahan grabs Brooks Jensen right where he wants him. Whoa, swings him out and drops him for a side backbreaker. Look at that, Veer Mahan just getting hyped up, and Brooks Jensen trying to crawl towards Josh Briggs, trying to get the tag. Oh, nah, and Veer Mahan just stops him in his tracks again. Just no stopping Indus Sher. And Jensen is taking too much attack right now from these giants. Uh-oh. And I don't know what he has in mind here. Big suplex coming here from Veer Mahan. Uh-oh, but wait a minute, Brooks. He counters out of the way. And wait a minute now. Whoa, look at this, into a headlock here. Oh, shot right to the nose. And look at that, sent him right into the corner. Gets the tag into Josh Briggs. Josh Briggs looking down at Veer Mahan. Pulls him up to his feet. And now Briggs looking to light him up. Oh my God, what a gut shot. Briggs, what a gut shot, takes down Veer Mahan. And oh, This is certainly what Jensen needed. He needed that tag, and it looks like Briggs is taking liberties over Veer Mahan at the moment. Oh, what a boot! Boot taking Veer Mahan inside out. But here comes Sanga, and Sanga, whoa! Look at that! Josh Briggs slides right through his legs, and a big clothesline takes down Veer. What an evasion from Sanga. Oh! Veer Mahan turned inside out with a lariat. Oh! And Sanga gets one of his own. Brooks Jensen is down and out. That lariat may have just knocked out Veer Mahan here. Yes, it does. Briggs and Jensen. Great victory here. Josh Briggs utilizing his power, turning Veer Mahan inside out with that lariat, knocks him out. And now Briggs and Jensen pick up the win here on NXT. And ladies and gentlemen, we got to kick it backstage for a segment that we saw earlier today.
What? Why are you mad? All I was saying is, I was in this same building when you weren't even a thought in anyone's roster. You can have a sense of humor, you know.
I don't know why you're gonna try to come up and get in my face and try to brag. Just like, who the hell do you think you are, where I'm from? Talking like that will have you end up with a black eye and a busted nose.
Tough talk coming from a big man such as yourself. Tell me, how much have you accomplished here since you got signed? Nothing. You are talking to the lone wolf. I was trying to be cordial, but then your big ass had to start running your damn mouth. So now, I'm gonna have to cut you down to size.
No need for that, Corbin. I'm not gonna let this get out of hand. Corbin, stop trying to show off to the new guys. This is their locker room as much as yours. And you have a North American Championship match against Pete Dunne next week. I suggest you worry more about that.
Worry about beating Pete first, Baron. And then, when I come back to the ring, I'll be the one to take that North American Championship from you.
Well, certainly some fighting words from Baron Corbin and Odyssey Jones backstage, but you heard from Shawn Michaels himself that Pete Dunne and Baron Corbin will clash next week in a NXT North American Championship matchup. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, for the main event, it's the NXT Championship on the line. We just saw that Solo Sikoa made his way towards the ring, and Solo is, just him being around the tribal chief and, just taking his time away from NXT is certainly, brought up his stock market a little bit. But now Bron Breakker, the NXT champion, three-time NXT champion Bron Breakker winning that championship back from Carmelo Hayes at Stand and Deliver, the first ever three-time NXT champion. And now Bron Breakker looking to add another name to the tally of wins in his column for that NXT championship. And the Breakker and the Street Champ ready for a fight. Here we go. NXT Championship on the line. NXT Championship is on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Solo Sikoa and Bron Breakker already out of the gate with these back and forth strikes. They're already attempting the fight, and Solo Sikoa, Samoan drop out of nowhere, dropping Bron Breakker. Solo already looking to put this matchup away. In the early goings, Breakker, no, not even a kick out of one before he gets back up to his feet. And look at this now, Solo telling Breakker to throw some shots. Solo's ready for him. Oh, and look at that, Solo tried to do it, but Bron Breakker with an uppercut takes down Solo. And look at this now, Bron Breakker, pulls Solo up to his feet and just tosses him away. Breakker not breaking a sweat here. The NXT champion certainly getting a good bit of challenge for his matchup here tonight, but we've seen these two in a matchup before, but that time it was just one-on-one. This time the championship is on the line, and whoever's going to be looking for the next bit of opportunity, who's going to be the man to challenge for the NXT championship next. But that's for the future, not for right now, because right now, Solo just dropped Breakker just right on his face on the outside. And Bron Breakker, the NXT universe has certainly seen the homegrown superstar just honing his craft. I mean, Breakker had one of the most impressive win-loss records in NXT since his debut back in 2021. And look at this now, Breakker. Oh, military press drop. Solo Sikoa gets dropped right onto his face. Oh, looked like Breakker may have been going for a spear there, but Solo looking for a headbutt. Both these guys just able to evade each other's strikes in the quick early going. Solo Sikoa back into the ring. Wanted to make sure he's not going to lose his next bit of opportunity for the NXT Championship. Solo looked for a super kick, but it looked like Breakker had a next bit of opportunity. And like I was saying, this back and forth contest already, whatever the NXT universe wants, that's what they're going to get. And right now, they're getting one hell of a World Championship match to end off our first episode of NXT. And Bron Breakker looking at Solo Sikoa right in the eyes. Look at this. Off of the rope, Solo able to stop him in his tracks, and what a kick. Solo taking down Breakker for a second, climbs to the second rope. Attempted a shoulder tackle, but I think he just landed right on his shoulder with that one. Bron Breakker off the ropes here. Belly to belly. Belly to belly suplex sends him away, and Solo, just ate a right hand directly between the eyes. And look at this now, Solo getting hyped up off that one. And look at that now, moves out of the way of the punch. Solo, spinning back fist, takes down Breakker. Breakker with a kick up, with a handspring to his feet, gets caught with a super kick. Solo said now is not the time for theatrics, it's time to fight. As Solo drops Breakker with a snap suplex in the middle of the ring, matchup continues. And Solo looks to add his first world championship under his belt. Look at this now. Breakker with Solo up on his shoulders. Oh my God, the power. The power of Rick Steiner's son. Look at this now, Breakker. Certainly making his dad and his uncle proud here tonight. And look at this now, Breakker turning Solo Sikoa into a Boston Crab. And look at this now, Solo's trying to get out of it. He's trying to crawl towards the ropes. I don't know if he can really get that far. He's pretty close in the middle of the ring. And Solo, he's looking for another angle here, able to pull Breakker's leg down. And look at this now, gonna attempt to lock it in again, but Solo just kicking the legs back, and Breakker went sailing down, and he just ate another punch courtesy of Solo. What a combo uppercut there, and a diving headbutt from Solo Sikoa. Bron Breakker is certainly getting a barn burner matchup for his troubles here tonight. Breakker with Solo. Pops him up into a jackknife. What was I saying about the power? It just never seems to stop with Bron. And Solo, Solo Sikoa, he's in a bad positioning here. Solo spins Breakker out into a DDT. Solo Sikoa quickly thinking, able to spin out the carry position, plants Breakker down with a DDT, and wait a minute now, Breakker has Solo right in his sights, but no, Solo, full advantage, no! Breakker moved out of the way, and again, look at this, just these men trying to knock each other down to size. That right hand knocks Solo Sikoa's wits out of him, and a kick back sends Breakker away. And as Solo Sikoa continues the fight, he's got to be thinking if Breakker's got enough left, trying to go for a super kick, but Breakker, he counters with a shot to the gut. Breakker not letting up here. Big splash into the corner. And now Bron Breakker scaling the top rope, has Solo Sikoa in his sights. And Solo struggling to get back up to his feet. Bron Breakker, trying to go for an axe handle, but Solo Sikoa countered. Big right hand, staggers Breakker. Samoan drop, popped him all the way up into the air. This time Solo Sikoa hooks the leg. Solo could be walking away with the NXT Championship, no. Breakker gets the shoulder up. Samoan drop did not take down the champion, but now you gotta be thinking about if Breakker might not just might be the genetic freak that he is. Look at this now. Solo, he's stuck in a roll up there. Count of 2, but he got out of it. Oh! Breaker just almost a choke sling blade, it looked like. And now as Bron Breakker climbs to the top rope, I don't know what Breakker has in mind here, but look at this big elbow, no! Solo Sikoa moved out of the way of that one. Takes down Breakker. Got to cut down the champion the size if you're going to want to take him out. But Breakker now, headbutt to the side of the head. Solo Sikoa, he's in a bad positioning here as Bron Breakker, shoulder tackles into the corner. Breakker's got to be utilizing every bit of power, every bit of offense that he can. As Solo might be in a bad positioning here, rolls to the outside. Solo's not going to be able to win the championship out there. And now, Breakker just, oh no, well, I don't know what he's got in mind here. Cinching him up, spear! My God. How fitting that Roman hitting Solo with a spear at WrestleMania would start Solo Sikoa's career here on NXT, getting hit with another spear. But this time, he could be one step closer to the NXT Championship. Solo with an elbow. Oh! And look at this, just back and forth now. These two continue to, just absolutely demolish each other. Flying clothesline. Breakker got decapitated down the sides. And look at this now. Exchange of strikes here from the champion and the fighter. Solo Sikoa again trying every bit of offense that he can. Oh, I don't know what Bron Breakker was thinking there, but Solo had the bit of offense scouted. And look at this now. Solo just trying to think of every bit of opportunity. Twisting Uranagi. Twisting rock bottom. He could have it here. 1, 2. Solo, new champion. No. Solo catching Breakker off guard with that one. Solo Sikoa thought he had this matchup in the bag. But now, Solo Sikoa, he might have been looking to climb up to the top. Oh, man, what a headbutt. Bron Breakker now. He's in a prone position. Solo Sikoa, big Samoan splash, but no. Breakker moved out of the way. Solo Sikoa went crashing ribs first into the mat all the way from the top, and Breakker's going to dispose of him. Breakker's just going to dispose of Solo Sikoa, but oh no, Breakker to the outside he goes. Bron Breakker flying over the top with a tope con hilo takes down Solo Sikoa. And Breakker and Solo, these men pushing each other to the breaking point at this moment. And wait a minute now, Bron Breakker has Solo Sikoa set up. Solo, he's got to think of another opportunity. No. That spear might have just put Solo Sikoa's lights out as Breakker pulls Solo into the middle of the ring and the Steiner recliner is applied. Just so much power, so much torque on every bit of offense in your body. And look at that, Solo Sikoa with the tap. Bron Breakker retains the NXT Championship. Solo Sikoa barely able to survive this matchup. And Breakker showing the genetic freak still got it. He competes at WrestleMania and wins the NXT Championship back. And now he's back home in Orlando with that championship around his shoulder once again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining. Wait a minute! Well, you want to talk about the heart and soul of NXT? Johnny Gargano making his way towards the ring. I don't know what the hell Gargano has to say, but Bron Breakker celebrating his NXT Championship victory, getting interrupted by Gargano. We certainly cannot be happy about that one. And Gargano gets right into the ring. And you can just see that Gargano looking down at Bron Breakker's NXT Championship and looking Bron Breakker right in the eyes. Bron Breakker's He's stunned. He has no idea what to say. He was not expecting Gargano to walk out here. But Breakker is never going to back down from a fight. And that NXT Championship in his hand is his. But I think we might have just found out the next challenger